I think my generation and young people in general are not only uniquely capable, but we have no other choice but to make the shift towards a more sustainable way of life in general. I'm Adarsha Shivakumar, and I'm trying to create a more sustainable way of life in rural South India to help poor farmers and the environment.
With the help of his sister Apurva and the cash prize that he received for winning the California State Spelling Bee, Adarsha founded Project Jatropha to promote the Jatropha plant as an ecologically friendly and economically sustainable source of biofuel in rural India. The project helps to empower local farmers and women's self-help groups by supplying Jatropha seedlings and then buying back the valuable Jatropha seeds at a fair market price.
If we as a generation fail, everybody's going to pay the price. But if we succeed, we're not only going to save ourselves, but we're going to save future generations and this planet. Every 2 years, we actually go to India, and my dad has had connections with Parivartana. It's an NGO, and they essentially organize women's self-help groups in these rural villages to try to help lift these women out of poverty. We decided to see, if we could actually do anything instead of just, all talk and no action doesn't really help anybody in the end. And after quite a bit of research, we came upon this plant called Jatropha.
Jatropha grows almost anywhere and is particularly suited to the climate of southern India. When the seeds are crushed, the resulting oil can be processed to create a high-quality and clean-burning biodiesel that emits negligible greenhouse gases.
And we decided to see if we could use Jatropha maybe as a biofuel and incorporate it somehow with the women in the self-help groups and see maybe if they could grow it and sell it.
In the summer of 2008, Adarsha and his sister held several town hall meetings with villagers in rural Karnataka, answering questions and explaining the goals and plan of execution for the project.
The farmers, right now, they're growing tobacco. The big thing was that tobacco is a rather destructive crop. You can really see the scale of the industry here. In order to sell tobacco, you must cure it. And curing involves burning large quantities of firewood in order to do so.
The increasing demand for firewood has led to deforestation in the nearby Nagarhole and Rajiv Gandhi National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary.
And what's really bad is the government is not offering any alternative crops.
Adarsha enlisted local company Labland Biotechs to provide the farmers with high-quality seedlings and education in effective Jatropha cultivation.
We evenly distributed 1,000 Jatropha seedlings among these farmers, and in addition we gave them some agronomic training because we wanted to make sure that they could really utilize this plant to their full potential.
The Jatropha plants reach maturity in 2 to 3 years, when the farmers can harvest the seeds and sell them back to Labland Biotechs for 10 rupees per kilogram.
Labland Biotechs will convert these seeds into biodiesel via using a mechanical process. Every part of the Jatropha seed is used, and every chemical is reused over and over. And that's what makes it really, really cool. Right now, what India is trying to do is that it's mandating a certain amount of biofuel from Jatropha oil specifically has to be used in trains and buses. And that, since there are quite a few trains and buses in India as a whole, that means there's a pretty large market for this biofuel. With the profits that we'll make, some of it can go back to the farmers. For the rest of it, what we're going to do is we're going to reinvest it into the system and buy more Jatropha seedlings to give to more farmers. We're going to have a small nursery built at Parivartana where the farmers can sort of pick up Jatropha seedlings. If we get a nursery going in Parivartana, that will mean the farmers are truly self-sufficient. They don't need us as a middle person, and neither is Labland Biotechs, which is our ultimate goal, really.
He's brilliant, but beyond that, he's just absolutely magnificently compassionate and filled with love. And so all of those things together make him a joy to work with.
We can't really generalize and say, this is my water, this is my air, this is my land, when everything's so interconnected. We need to have a sense of duty, not just to each other, but to planet Earth. And in my view, it's that if there's any goal that my generation should have, it's to save the planet first and then save humanity. Because even if we win and we save humanity, but the planet dies, we can't live without it either.